Hey guys, Stash here once again. This is going with my starter ship hangar video I just did. This is the Mustang Alpha. I've actually placed on 2 Badger repeaters on the hard points that weren't on the ones in the hangar, just because after I do this video, I'm gonna go take it up against a couple waves of Valdu Swarm, and then you can see the fighting capabilities and somewhat. I left the 2 laser cannons on the turret, but right now we're just going to do our little free flight. This thing will take a walk around, do a pre-flight check before we take off. This is the Broken Moon map. There's some 8 landing pads you can land on and practice your landings and takeoffs. So eventually, when you get to the PU, you'll be able to land on land you're on planet side and stuff like that without destroying your ship. The same with taking off. You want to make sure when you're taking off, you're not clipping any of the lighting structures and stuff like that. But right now, let's get into the ship and take her for a little spin. Step into the chair. We'll power up our systems.
Your journey begins now. All systems operational.
All right, let's take off.
Launch complete.
Alrighty, here we are. We're flying around. Right now, the weapons are all set up on Group 1, so all of them fire at the same time. I'm probably, when I do the Valdu Swarm, I'm probably going to set one up to weapon Group 2 and the other to weapon Group 1, just so that while one's recharging, I have the other one to use, so I'm not depleting them all at the same time. This is the planet terraformer or something that's terraforming the planet below. Like I said, I use for my setup, I have a Warthog HOTAS with the throttle, and I'm also using some rudder pedals for doing my rolls. I also use track IR. You can see by turning my head, I can move around there, change my view just a little bit. I have it kind of set up on precision. I also use voice attack. That way you can do some commands and tell it to do a few different things, just speak a command instead of have to reaching for a keyboard button, or there's not enough buttons to program everything on the HOTAS. Alrighty, well, let's do an outside view of the ship so you can see what it looks like. I think when I do the Valdu Swarm, I'll use the second map so you can see the difference in maps and stuff like that. Okay, I'm going to do another view here. Alright, in this view we're just staying stationary. We can actually rotate the ship around. We'll zoom it out a little bit better. So you can see, here's what the ship looks like. I mean, it's a sleek looking ship. It's good for a starter. But all right, let's we'll move on and we'll do another video with Value Swarm with this starter ship. I'm gonna do the same thing with the Aura MR, and then eventually I'll make videos for the different variants and stuff like that. Like I said in all my videos, I mainly make these. I've got friends that I'm trying to get interested in playing, and I want to show them the availability, you know, how the gameplay is right now. I mean, this isn't the final play. There's going to be major revisions and stuff. They still have to do controller balance, and it's stated that they're not going to spend too much time on controller balance till they get ready for the final product, because then they'll just be kind of chasing it, you know, because if they keep balancing it and then when they add new features they have to rebalance the controls again. It just makes sense. They only have controls that it can get people out there flying right now and testing mechanics. Eventually they'll have everything down pat, but right now it's not a priority. This is not a finished game. They call it alpha, but it's basically it's in the stages that it's the stuff you see before it goes into alpha, and that's what people have to remember. No normal game, we wouldn't see this part of the development. We wouldn't see it till they have all the pieces together and they started the true alpha, which would be the persistent universe, and Squadron 42. I don't know if they're gonna alpha and beta test that also, or they're just gonna go and release it outwards, you know, right away. You know, it's a wait and see thing. You know, it's like one of those things. You know, if you get frustrated with a game, sit back, come back a couple months later. But enough on that. I'm gonna do the Valdu Swarm thing right next, and we'll see you in the verse.